Okay, you may know that this course is just a crash course to say how to download and install pfSense, how to configure it, and with just some basic configurations, okay, and simple configurations. But it's important to monitor pfSense and know how to troubleshoot. First of all, you have the dashboard, as you can see here, and obviously you can check CPU usage and memory usage, which is very important based on the traffic, how much traffic you have in your network. Obviously you have you should check CPU usage and memory, but another important thing to consider is that just to check services from the service here. You can check service, DHCP service, okay. And if you enable the DHCP service, obviously you will see the configuration from here, okay. And another thing about DNS forwarder, okay, you can enable DNS forwarder, okay. General DNS forwarder from here, enable it, okay. And for the type of query that you can choose from here, listen on port 53 by default, and interface is mostly on local area network, okay. If we are going to have DNS service, okay, and pfSense to listen on local area network, okay, just listen on local area network and then save the configuration from here. But as you can see here, because we have DNS resolver, okay, enabled, we cannot configure DNS forwarder right now. Obviously we should disable DNS resolver first of all. So first of all, DNS resolver from here, as you can see here, listening on port 53, okay, on network interfaces, as you can see here, all interfaces, outgoing network interfaces, okay, you can disable it, okay, like this, disable it, and save the configuration from here. Let's see, advanced configuration, we have some parameters for DNS resolver and access list, okay, from here. But right now just simple configuration to disable it and then enable DNS forwarder, okay, from here, and listen just on local area network, okay, and save the configuration from here and apply it. And an Ubuntu operating system, let's see, okay, there's no problem with DNS forwarding and resolving, okay, right now there's no problem. So from here you can just enable it like this. And another option for NTP, if you are going to enable NTP server and this pfSense firewall, you can enable it, okay, to listen on interfaces that you can see from here, and the configurations related to NTP network time protocol, okay. And another important thing to consider for monitoring and troubleshooting, we have a couple of options from here. First of all, the dashboard, you know that. And if you're going to check the HTTP IP addresses, the HTTP leads, as you can see here from the menu here, the HTTP leases, okay, from here you can see that, for instance, IP address 101, MAC address, from here the clients, host name, okay, Ubuntu, and from here you can check DNS if you have any problem with DHCP service, okay. And for DNS resolver, from here you can check it, but right now we have disabled DNS resolver, okay. If you have DNS resolver, okay, just disable it again, okay. One more time, save it, and DNS resolver, okay, enable it. One more time, save and apply the configuration, and let's see, status DNS resolver, okay. And if I refresh it from here, you'll see that DNS resolver infrastructure cache speed, okay, for IP addresses, okay, IPv4 and v6 addresses, or as you can see, server, zone, TTL, and ping, and variables, as you can see here, and timeout, and like this to check resolver, okay, like this. So from status, okay, we have another option, gateways, okay, to check if the gateway is online or not, okay, for wide area network, the default gateway, as we can see here, to check everything okay with that. And another thing, when you are troubleshooting, you have interfaces okay from here, and if you have too much traffic on interfaces, and or you have no traffic but you're going to check interfaces for IP addresses, MAC address, and traffic that you have from here, you can check everything okay. If you have, for instance, error, collision, and like that, so you can check it from here. For troubleshooting, it's important to check everything, especially on interfaces for wide area network and local area network. Another option that we have, monitoring, status monitoring, okay. And from here, interactive graph that we have for processes, interruptions, and as you can see the graph from here, okay, we can check everything to know about processes and interruptions that we may have. And NTP service, okay, from here you can check if it's working or not. And services, which is another important thing. If you have any problem with the service, you can check it from here. Right now we have syslog service, NTP service, DHCP service. You can restart from here, okay, as you can see here. And if you have any problem with the services, you obviously can check if that what is the status, okay, if it is running, or you have any problem with that, or you're going to stop it, okay, you can check it from here. Okay, another option that we have, status system logs, okay, which is very important if you're going to check anything related to logs. Okay, we have all information from here, the general tab and gateway. You can check the gateway, the logs, as you can see here, if there is any error. Or for routing, right now we have no routing, and so with DNS resolver you can check the logs, okay. No wireless GUI service, if you have any problem with GUI service, or you're going to check GUI service from here, you can check it too. And for firewall, okay, when you are configuring firewall with different configurations, as you can see here, with normal view, dynamic view, and summary view, you obviously get more information, okay. With normal view, you can check last 500 firewall log entries, as you can see here, from source to destination, and exact date, time from here, the interface, okay, and the type of traffic, okay. Whatever type of traffic you have, TCP, ICMP, UDP, okay, you can check it from here to see if the firewall is working, 9 traffic or allow traffic or not. And dynamic view from here, okay, you can check it and pause it from here or start it, okay, to see that right now what's going on, okay. Another important thing, summary view from here, okay, you can check interfaces like this, local area network, wide area network, and protocols, okay, ICMP, UDP, TCP, about the protocols and data points. From here you can get information. Source IP addresses, from, imagine that I have traffic from the IP address host 101 from here, 35% of traffic, okay, from this source IP address, as you can see here. And other information related to source IP addresses and data points to destinations, okay. You can see the destination from here, check percentage, and some information to really monitor firewall, pfSense firewall that you have. And okay, from here another option that we have, status traffic graphs, graph that we have, okay, for interfaces. We have 2 interface, WAN interface and LAN interface. You can change it and see live traffic on your interface, which is important if you're troubleshooting or checking your traffic, okay, from here. And you can see that bandwidth in and out, you can check it based on IP address. You get the information, for instance, for host IP address, how much bandwidth we have for in and out, okay, or based on host name, based on description, okay, and like that. or fully qualified domain name. Okay, you can check LAN interface, WAN interface from here. Okay, another important thing to troubleshoot ARP table, you can check ARP table if you have any problem with the servers and clients. Okay, you're going to check IP address and MAC address from here. You can check it or clear ARP table, okay, to refresh it. Obviously from here you can check ARP table, okay. And if you have any problem with DNS lookup, okay, from here you can check DNS lookup and service, okay, just to see that if it can resolve host name or fully qualified domain name or a URL or not. From here, just the domain or host name, okay, from here you can check it. Okay, obviously when you're troubleshooting you can check it from here, the result and timing for that, okay, like this. Another important thing to consider is that with the ping and trace we have another option to check the destination, okay, like this, to check on pfSense firewall if we have connectivity with the internet or any type of host name or IP address, okay, from here IPv4 v6, so to check packet loss, okay, and latency, okay, you can check it from here. And imagine that we are going to check sessions and connections. So from here we have pftop, okay, you can see from here we can see, for instance, from source to destination the state is established, or the sessions, as you can see here, packets, number of packets and bytes, okay, you can check it from here. If you have traffic for IP address, okay, you can from here we have filter expression, okay, like to type TCP, okay, or UDP or ICMP, or imagine that we are going to check a destination or source from source network and 192.168.1.101. You can obviously check from here if you have for instance how many packets, how much traffic you have, okay, and the number of sessions. From here you can check it, everything. So in troubleshooting it's important to know the options that we have, okay, and routes. From here by default we have two network, as you can see here, wide area network and local area network, and interfaces. If you have any problem with the traffic, obviously you can check that MTU from here. By default, obviously if you don't change anything you will not have any problem, but if you change MTU to higher number, okay, obviously you can check it from here to see the changes, okay. And another option that we have, I should say that system activity, which is important too if we're going to check system activity like CPU usage and memory usage and the processes and services that we have, if it is active, and to check high traffic, high CPU usage from here, okay, you can for troubleshooting, obviously you can check it from here too, system activity, okay, in troubleshooting. Another option that we have for troubleshooting is test ports, okay. From here you can troubleshoot, okay, for instance you have a problem with a website, okay, I can resolve google.com, but I cannot open the page, okay. From here I can check it with the ports, for instance 80 or 443, and test it from here to see that, okay, we have any problem or not, okay, and then check the firewall rules and like that, okay. So we can check ports from here to test ports, as we can see here, to test it, and it's successful, there's no problem right now. And another important thing, trace route, if you're going to check destination host name, okay, you can check it from here to trace it, okay, from here. And finally we have another option here, packet capture, which is very important. If you know Wireshark, okay, if you install Wireshark, you know how it works, okay, to capture traffic. And this pfSense firewall, imagine that we have a sort of problem, okay, with one IP address, a host server, okay, a range like that. So I can check, for instance, local area network, okay, from here, and then imagine that I'm going to start to capture and see the traffic from here, or from just one IP address, 192.168.101, okay, just from the client to any destination, and start to capture and see that what type of traffic we have, if we have connectivity or not, to capture the traffic, the IP address from source to destination, okay, sequence, if it is TCP or UDP based, and like that you can troubleshoot from here with packet capture option that we have.